Let me drum roll us in.
Okay.
Live from couches. It's transsexual television.
Hell. Oh.
Sorry,
No,
you go.
keep going. No. Do it. Oh, wow. This is all staying in, by the way.
Fuck. Okay.
Hello, and welcome to TSTV, a show in which I, Sadie, guide my friend Lily through the wild world of Twin Peaks. Today we're talking about Twin Peaks, episode 20, also known as season 2, episode 13, also known as Checkmate. Lily, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. I asked you if we could record a little later so I could have a little nap because I've been up since 5 a.m. My sleep schedule has been like completely out of whack these past couple weeks, but I think I'm recovering. It's that this video that I'm working on requires me to be like in the dark of night, completely alone with my thoughts.
Oh, that makes sense. I hadn't put that together, but do you want to talk now about what the process of that is?
Yeah. The video I'm working on is Notes on Vanishing. I hope you have watched it and enjoyed. And I have not, felt compelled to take it down. And it's my darkest, most twisted work. It's just a little more pessimistic than I'm used to. And it's sort of my little seasonal depression diary in a way of like feeling like I want to sort of recede and protect myself. And so it's hard to do that. It's hard to work on that while like writing at a cafe or like sitting next to my beautiful bride to be. I've needed to really get in a certain headspace and I've been staying up until like 2 or 3 in the morning all the time.
Oh, interesting. I thought you meant like just filming it because I know you're doing all the fun little freaky like filming at night with like CCTV and all that, but also just getting in the zone. Yeah, both. Column A, column B.
Yeah, that's the latest on Lily. Oh, I the big thing that happened last week is that while filming this video, I got tear gassed, as you know.
Yeah, shout out. It's a bit on the nose.
It is a bit on the, oh my God. So I went to interview a protest organizer about like, why don't you think that trans people should be visible? What's your opinion on that? And then before we could talk, we got tear gassed.
Yeah, as far as making a video about all this and then getting tear gassed on Trans Day of Visibility, shout out,
Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my update. Tell me about you, Sadie. How you been? It's been a while.
It has. Yeah. We didn't record last week because of this. Honestly, I wanted to talk about what we did together the week before that, which is we went and saw Universal Language by Matthew Rankin, which is a like artsy comedy drama movie. It is a Canadian movie, but it is set in a like Winnipeg where everyone is Iranian and then speaks Farsi, and it is just what if Winnipeg has been like. It's just what Winnipeg is, just Iran, essentially.
But also Canada. Like Tim Hortons is the thing.
Yes, they do have like a Justin Trudeau like mural at some point. Justin
Trudeau. It seems like their national hero is Louis Riel, which kind of that suggests a point where history might have split off.
Yeah, there was like it's doing the thing where it has like 4 or 5 groups of characters as. They initially seem to be unrelated and all kind of come together by the end in a really fun way. Yeah. So there's Matthew Rankin in Quebec, which, by the way, I love the like 1 or 2 scenes we get in Quebec. It is all in either French or Persian, the film. I believe Farsi, but I don't actually know. Yeah. And he's like been in Montreal, but he wants to go back home to Winnipeg. And then there are like some kids who are trying to, they like have they found a bill. I think it's like 100 riel bill or whatever in the ice they're trying to get out. 500 riel bill.
Yeah, big.
And a tour guide like leading people around Winnipeg and then also try to get this bill. Also, I watched the whole movie believing that the filmmaker was like Iranian and then just found out that he's just not, and he just did that. And I keep going back and forth on, I'm like, huh. On the one hand, I'm like, why'd you do that, white boy? But on the other hand, I'm like, go off. Like I mean,
Yeah.
strictly from a like, politics perspective, I'm like, this does mean that there were like the cast is almost exclusively like Iranian, like Farsi speakers. And I believe a lot of like it looks like a lot of the writers and like people behind the camera as well. And I know that he has like talked about paying homage to like Iranian cinema, which honestly I should know more about, but I know basically nothing. But I know that there was like a 80s like Iranian kind of like surreal cinema scene in a big way.
Yeah, some like absolute classics, none of which I've seen either, by the way. I would love to.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's funny. We saw it 2 weeks ago, and I keep like thinking about it. It was very delightful. It was very like funny. It was very like had the ways of being sad. It felt like a vision of this like alternate universe Canada that is like at first like I was like, is this a like idea of a more utopian Canada? But it is also like there's a bit where they're like at the mall and they're there for like 2 minutes and the security guard comes up and is like, hey, no loitering. This is a 30-second permit,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
It's a weird one. What did you think of it?
I adored it.
Yeah.
I, like you, was like, it's kind of funny that this white boy made an homage to Iranian cinema. But I looked up the response from like Iranians in Montreal, and
Mhm.
I have not seen anything other than totally excited praise.
I think it was also just like while watching it, believing the filmmaker to be like Iranian Canadian, I thought it was like, oh, there's something good because it like there was all these shots of like the frigid, wintry Winnipeg with like filming the Winnipeg skyline with all of the like audio signifiers that a movie filming the Tehran skyline would do.
Yeah.
And
totally.
I was like, oh, we're like, it's like this idea of this like diasporic homeland, but Winnipeg. And then I found out he's white, and I'm like, oh, he was just doing that.
Yeah, he was just doing that. No, but I mean, I have not seen that many movies from this year, but so far it's my fave. I found it really touching. I have a take on like how it presented Canada.
Okay,
I finally
please.
bothered writing my little letterboxed review yesterday morning.
Oh, I need to do that.
And essentially where I've landed is I think it is like if everything we said about Canada was actually palpable and could actually be felt. Like liberal Canadians love to talk about it as a multicultural place, as a mosaic society. And here's an image of if diversity was actually not only tolerated, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also like you feel the cold so much. Like the bilingualism of this movie is so much more real than the bilingualism of actual Winnipeg.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, Winnipeg for sure.
Yeah. And especially, I mean, Matthew Rankin definitely shows his cards as like a left-wing guy in this movie. There are several like look into the camera and say we should do mutual aid moments. A sense that I have is like he just feels Canada to be a very lonely country and has a longing for, living in a bit of a more communal society, which, feel that.
Yeah, I really recommend it. I honestly, in a lot of ways, I'm not really sure what to make of it, but listeners, if you want to watch this, I really, really recommend it. I'm sure you could find it somewhere. But no,
it's like, going to be on Mubi in the US.
Oh, it's on Mubi. It's on Poob. It's literally on Slimpo.
Bro, catch it on TV. It's with ads on Sprocket, okay?
Yeah, and I do gotta say, as I said it before, but as far as the like 45 seconds or whatever, the like 3 minutes that we get of in Quebec, it's just like in this like nondescript Quebec government building with a framed like cult of personality picture of François Legault, our current horrible premier, on the wall, while the Quebec government agent is just like, listen, when you go to Canada, it's also, I think, in the world of this film, Quebec has seceded, is my understanding. They're like, you go to Canada,
unclear on that. Yeah.
You have to tell them that your time with Quebec was positive. We don't want them to think it was negative. Your time with the government of Quebec was the most positive experience of your life, or neutral.
Or neutral.
So good. He's really, really good.
For me, this is a movie that like there are things that I'm still trying to grasp at, but it just works so well on the surface level. Like it is actually so funny.
Yeah.
I am sort of situating it in the context of I feel like there's this sort of softly surreal film trend I've noticed over the past like 2 years at most. So if you liked La Chimera, which I adored. I
Oh,
think
that
I would
one's been on
recommend
my
this.
list.
Dude, it's so worth it. And it has a lot in common with this movie. Similarly, if you like The Brutalist, I think, although that is a much bleaker take on this sort of movie that knows it's a movie.
I feel like TV Glow is also adjacent to this.
Yeah, adjacent, I would say. Yeah, there are points of commonality there for sure. Give it a watch, pirate it, whatever.
I kind of, have you seen Matthew Rankin's other movie? Because I have not.
No, what is it?
His other feature film from 2019, it's The 20th Century. It says it presents a fictionalized portrait of the rise to power of former Canadian Prime Minister William Lyon Mackenzie King. But
Whoa.
it's just like, I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page, mixing and matching elements of real history with invented fantasia. So he seems to have a real thing going on of like making a weird, surreal alt history Canada.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like, I just saw the Hunger Games in this Wikipedia summary. What does it say? Okay.
What?
Oh my God. Okay.
What is the connection there?
Although most of the film's major characters are at least loosely based on real Canadian historical figures, not all of their careers actually coexisted. There was a Lord Minto who was in real life some kind of fucking viscount who was a governor general of Canada.
Yeah.
As in the film, Lord Muto, his fictionalized portrayal is a dictator who oversees. Okay, I gotta say, I think this Wikipedia article might have some, might not be, according to the Wikipedia style guide, is an Aurelian dictator with much more control over political affairs than Canadian governor generals actually have. He oversees Canadian politics in a manner more reminiscent of the Hunger Games than the real Canadian electoral process. What does that mean? I thought this movie was like explicitly saying something, like referencing the Hunger Games, but this is just this.
This is just this like editor's opinion.
It's so funny. Oh, this movie also has three significant characters portrayed by cross-gender performers in drag. So shout out.
Damn, we gotta watch this. That's cool.
Yeah, what a weirdo. Yeah, so universal language, really worth it. Really fun and definitely worth watching. That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. It is on like not too far from me tonight, and the director's gonna be there. I'm thinking of going again.
Oh, he's gonna go be there. I know he was gonna be there after we went, but also, Lily, I'm gonna go to a book launch tonight. If you want to come with me to a book launch tonight, maybe we go to a book launch.
Okay, that's cool. What's the book?
Layla Marshy, who I first knew as like the mother of a local like gay person organizer who I know about, but and she was like, oh yeah, my mom's gay too, and I was like, whoa, cool. And she read at she had a short story in El Graba, the like queer Arab collection of like poetry and short stories that came out last summer, which is great. Everyone should buy that too. And if we don't cut this, which maybe we're not, I think this is
beautiful.
And I loved what she read. I was like, it completely blew me away, and I was like, wow, this is like exactly how the type of like prose fiction writing that is just so efficiently jumping from one cutting sentence to another without any meandering lost, like, any like it's all meat on the bone, or there's no whatever, it's all the good shit, and I was like, wow, I kind of need to learn how to write like that. And she has a book, The Philistine, that I haven't read yet because I've just been reading really long books back to back, but she has a new book coming out. It is called My Thievery of the People. It is 16 short stories, and there's a book launch tonight. I really want to go to it. So maybe we go to that.
Oh, you know what I'm doing tonight? I totally forgot. I'm doing Tellus taxes.
Oh, well, shout out.
It's coming over. Yeah. Anyway, that's awesome. I mean, I hope you enjoy. I hope it's great. I'm excited to hear about it.
Anyway, want to talk about Twin Peaks?
Probably. Twin Peaks. What do we do first? You know what it is, folks. I always forget.
It's the Log Lady.
It's her.
I don't know if you'd look at this one, but it's kind of heavy metal. This one we hear, my husband died in a fire.
Oh my God.
My husband died in a fire. No one can know my sorrow. My love is gone. My dearest friend is gone. Yet, I feel him near me. Sometimes I can almost see him. At night, when the wind blows, I think of what might have been. Again, I wonder why. When I see a fire, I feel my anger rising. This was not a friendly fire. This was not a forest fire. It was a fire in the woods. This is all I am permitted to say.
Dude, what?
Isn't that one kind of crazy?
Oh my God.
I know, right?
Okay, this feels like the first Log Lady segment that has been an enormous lore drop. Like, this feels very significant.
Yeah. No, I agree. And last week's one too was also like talking about burying her dog. We're getting some good Log Ladies.
Wow. This was excellent. Okay. Anything jump out to you? What do you want to hit on?
I think maybe she had mentioned previously her husband dying in a fire.
Oh, yeah?
But maybe not. Maybe that's just something that I knew in my mind from having looked at all these.
Sure.
But it's either the first time, or if it's been mentioned before, it's delivered with such emotion. Like, I think that's a part of it too, is like so many of the Log Ladies are just like, a riddle is an idea that can never be known.
Yeah.
But what if it could? Where do you look to solve the riddle of yourself, you know? And this one is like, no one can know my sorrow. My love is gone. I wonder why. When I see a fire, I feel my anger rising. Like, she's really hitting that shit, you know?
She almost like, because she speaks in this very level tone, and she kind of broke it. Like she's emoting here in a way that I've never heard. It felt like the woman herself and not even the actor.
Yeah.
So this was not a forest fire. It was a fire in the woods.
Is so funny.
Confusing in a good way.
Yeah.
I guess that being like, yes, it was the forest. Yes, it was on fire. But a forest fire is a natural thing. And this is something that did not need to happen. This is like don't dignify it with a name like that, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, at night when the wind blows, you're always talking about wind and trees.
I feel like there's maybe something also about like a fire in the woods as like, there's so much going on there. Okay, one, because I'm like, it implies arson. It implies like so many, like just saying it was in the woods, but it's not a forest fire, like is so ominous in such a way that points in so many different directions. I wonder if there's something there also about like, is it a fire in the wood? Is there a less literal reading of it in which it's like, you know, we've talked so much about the woods and like a fire is like, I know basically nothing about physics, but like that there, it's like this reaction in which the wood is like broken open and the things contained within it are like exhumed up and like expelled up into the air, right? Like are consumed. And is there something like we've talked about, you know, people say there's things in the woods. Could it be in literally the wood? Is a fire? Yeah, you know, like is a fire the process of releasing the spirit in a log, right? Or in the wood? What do you think of this is all I'm permitted to say?
Oh, dude, I would assume that this has something to do with the military stuff that we talk about in the very first scene.
Oh, that's
everyone's always saying it's highly confidential.
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff about. Yeah, we'll get to it, but that would be my guess, is that she's been instructed not to say anything.
That would make sense. I think this is also, that's a line that stuck out to me a bit because there is a point in the future of Twin Peaks at which like a character saying like it cannot all be said now is something that is important. And like the idea of what you can or can't say and like who's permitting or who's listening or whatever. But yeah, this is a fun one. This is a really fun one. This is a lot to chew on. And again, we keep coming back to fire. We keep coming back to destructive fire. This is all over the show.
Yeah. Wow. That was killer. What's next, Sadie?
It's the recap. Okay, so this episode, Coop gets the lowdown from Major Briggs on his space spirit journey and learns of some pretty rad visions, but not too much else. Then he and Denise initiate Operation Boymoder to snag the nefarious Canadians with a TS Gambit in the back pocket for when Ernie's profuse sweat makes things go south. Meanwhile, Dick and Andy launch their own investigation into whether Little Nicky is the devil from the Bible. Ed and Norma make out. Then Hank beats Ed up. Then Nadine beats Hank up. Ben Horne is all in on the Civil War. Harry continues to be kind of gross and useless to Josie. Leo wakes up. And in Fuck Mansion, James is getting played on some like Lannister twins shit? 5 question marks? And Windom Earle sends his next move in the form of murder. What do you think of this episode,
Dude,
Lily? How'd you find
blast. I can't believe how much happened.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
We got events, and not just investigation events, but like interesting character beats, right? Huge stuff with Norma and Ed. That was great. Nadine had her day in the sun. Nadine shines in this episode. She should have won an Emmy for it.
Yes.
Obviously, any day with Denise is a good day. And yeah, big fan. Josie stuff, fuck the writers. Your turn.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same page. Honestly, I think we were like really braced for a landing moving into the post-killer reveal season 2. And so far, it has continued to be a good time.
Dude, yeah.
All of this is fun. Again, whenever like the fuck the writers for whenever Josie on screen, very real. Okay, here's the thing. If I was this is about the Fuck Mansion plotline. Like, I understand why people hate it. And every time I look at our notes for the scenes, I'm like, what is there to even say about this? I don't know. James is still in Fuck Mansion and some fucking crazy shit is going on, but also nothing. But I'm still just having so much fun with it because of how much it's just so funny to me how much it is nothing and how so honestly I'm having a good
popcorn.
Time. And we'll get there when we get there, but like we even get some stuff like the scene when Jean Reno is like giving his whole spiel to Coop at the end when he's like, you know, maybe you brought the nightmare, is like the first time since Lonely Souls that this show has made me be like, oh, I should really write some shit down about like, you know, how to read this metaphorically to talk about with Lily. So like, shout out, you know?
Huh.
Well, shall we jump in?
Let's jump in, baby.
Okay, take us away.
Yeah, I claimed the first one here because holy shit. Okay.
It's kind of crazy.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a straightforward, I think I could spend an hour on this scene and I don't want to. So I'm going to give a straightforward summary and then I will hop back and do moment to moment. Okay. We open on stars scrolling through space. Very beautiful space.
Space mentioned.
Fade in a 3 triangles in a circle symbol that looks a lot like a nuclear warning thingy. Fade in Garland Briggs in, I guess, like a mind palace of some sort, sitting in this beautiful like verdant scene on a throne kind of thing, and he's talking, and I guess he's sort of describing what he heard while he was like at the White Lodge or something like that. Cut to,
yes,
they are actually in the police station, and Garland Briggs is revealing what he has learned, which is not all that much, but he does reveal to Dale and co what he does at the military, which is he looks for, it's like UFOs, but they're in the ground beneath Twin Peaks.
yeah
And then some other military people come to grab him, and they kind of leave him no choice but to go, and he goes. And then a little bit of water drips from the sprinklers above.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's hop back to the start really quick. First of all, nuke symbol combined with Garland talking about like the ground beneath Twin Peaks.
Yes. Keep going.
So much of America is so polluted. The topsoil is all fucked. At least some portion of that is because they have just like nuked themselves hundreds of times. So I could see that being a connection. Other than that, I don't know how to read it, and it would be crazy if I was right. Because there's been no. I mean, the show is barely about the military. Like it feels to this point sort of pointless that Briggs is in the military. He could just be like, he could be a scientist. He could be anything. We'll see if that pays off.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Okay. This is another one where I'm always like, there's part of me that just wants to be like, yes, ding, 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 you got it. And there's part of me that's like, I should just not say anything, let it go. But I gotta tell you, you are more onto something than you think with this.
Hey.
Let's just keep an eye out as we move forwards to see if the idea of like nuclear bombs, nuclear radiation, like getting into the earth, and like, you know, what comes out of that is an image that comes back. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh, hey, if it did, it would fuck up the trees. There's a thought.
Whoa, it would. Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. We'll see if that becomes anything. But
here's the thing, Lily. I'm being coy, but this is something that will come back. But I feel comfortable saying that because it's something that will show up, and the way in which it shows up, you will never guess. You will never, like, it'll show up and you're going to be like, what the fuck? This is what that was? And that's why I feel comfortable telling you, because you could never in a million years be like, oh, that's what Sadie was talking about.
Oh my God, funny. Okay, great.
You said back to the beginning, but I think my first thing was just space mentioned. Is this a clue to how he becomes a floating head in space? Do we want to do just the road to head in space right now in this scene?
Yeah. We call it a different thing every time, by the way. Road to floating head, I think. Road to space head? Whatever. Path to floating head. Right, because it's an Ayn Rand pun, I think. I think I decided that at some point.
I have no memory of that, but that sounds like something we would do.
No, path to Godhead is something, and it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this contrasts with the immediate ground discussion right after. I mean, planes are in the sky, am I right?
That's so true.
Nukes would have to be dropped from the sky, am I right? Garland Briggs seems like a man of conscience, and I could see him both being able to, I don't know, theoretically fly a plane, I don't know, army stuff, and also be like pretty ashamed
we know he does. They told us he was a great pilot.
Yeah,
he showed up in his
course.
pilot outfit or whatever.
Right. So maybe he is just so ashamed of the legacy of imperialism that he flies himself to the moon. And how likely is this? Well, he's still in the military, so not very.
But there is something there, honestly, about like that he showed up in his pilot uniform and like branded with this nuclear symbol.
Yeah, right?
It does feel like whatever happened to him out there, it like somehow either what he did or just it like said a thing to him that was like, I feel like you don't put both of those things together unless you're like, yeah, there's something going on here about dropping the bomb, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the presence of the nuke symbol is like that's a new symbol. That's a big deal in this show. And it's a very striking one, right? Like, it's not here for nothing. That's all I know.
It's funny. I like completely forgot this, but like this show really is very like when there's a new symbol, it's like, yeah, guys, check this fucking symbol out.
Yeah.
For it to drop this in is a big one. And also just like, what a cool scene. Like when he's in his like mind palace or whatever, he's like, it's like this verdant, like he's the nymph of the woods or whatever, you know, it's kind of crazy. They're really going for it.
Yeah, I want to talk about that moment because, well, mostly because it is just so vibrant. All I think of is Technicolor. And in particular, I know that you know that David Lynch is a Wizard of Oz lover.
Yes.
So that I don't have anything concrete to say about that because I haven't seen that movie in like at least a decade, but that feels like something they might have been reaching for.
No, definitely. I watched that movie semi recently, and it definitely like that kind of like when they're in the forest, it has this same vibe. Yeah, no, that's great.
Damn.
Yeah. This is just like a really fun scene.
Yeah. Just incredibly creative. Yeah.
I love their justification for like just one of those things of like clever TV writing of being like, okay, we need to have him give Cooper a bit of a clue and it will break classified. And how do we do that? How do we like lampshade that to the audience? Is just Major Briggs just goes, perhaps there are sources of information that's so important they can transcend the need to conspire. Information of such weight that pertains, oh God, is this meant for my soul? And then it's like, anyway, here's the classified information. You know, it's just like, sure, yeah, you know what? Fair enough. I just find it, it really charmed me.
Yeah, the "is it meant for my soul? Is this meant for my soul?" thing. I had no idea how to interpret that. Can I tell you my like very silly kind of nonsense initial read?
Please.
Okay, so he was looking at his hat. Okay, when he said, because he broke from his like cool and professional demeanor when he said, "Oh
Mhm.
God, is this meant for my soul?" And he was looking at his hat. And I know that Bob lives in people, so I thought maybe he was worried his soul lived in a hat.
Yeah. Yeah, like Super Mario Odyssey.
Let's keep tabs on that, huh? Any future
Yeah.
hat
Let's
symbols.
yeah. And the sprinkler thing at the end is really fun, huh? Because obviously that feels
Yeah.
like a, what was the name of that episode?
Arbitrary law.
Arbitrary Law. Yeah,
The
arbitrary
episode where
law
Leland dies.
callback. Yeah, for sure. With the like like that's a sprinkler's ass episode.
Oh yeah, that's a sopping wet, just like sloshing around in your shoes episode. And this makes me think Bob is close, which I will continue to think.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and we keep getting owls. He says he saw an image of a giant pervasive owl. I love
Oh,
when there was a
yeah.
moment of like the drop of water from the sprinkler falling down. I thought for a second it was like a tear, like a single tear falling from Cooper or something.
Yeah. No, I think that was done intentionally because the next shot is of Cooper's face.
Yeah, no, definitely. So honestly, really fun. Really like this one. Yes. Okay. So from there we get again a sort of the other half of the police station, in which so they brought in Ernie last episode, and Denise is you saying you got to make the call. You got to like basically call the nefarious Canadians and tell them that you found an out of town buyer for their cocaine. And she's slaying. Oh, let me find. Do you know when I talk about her dress in that scene? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh. Yeah, I do. I remember thinking, "Oh my God, she looks so hot."
Yes, right? Yeah, she is slaying. This is our intro to some character traits of Ernie that are important for the plot of this episode. One, that he's a coward. Two, that he when Coop comes in and calls him a coward or whatever, he's like, no, I'm going to do it. And three, that when he's nervous, he sweats so much and he keeps coming up with new reasons why he is sweating. This is basically just setting up that plot that they're going to use him to set up this sting. But I do love Denise, and I love at what point she like gives him a noogie while he's
Oh my God.
is it while he's calling? I forget because I watched this last week, but it is really funny.
She's so flirty. I love her so much. And I'm really
Yes.
grateful that they let her like serve and be sexy in a lady way, you know?
Yes, it's great. It's really good.
Also, Ernie shines in this episode for me, starting in the scene, because he is just set up to be like totally pathetic. I'm glad we don't just have another Hank, another scheming criminal. This guy is a loser and he's a coward. Well, first of all, I think he has a legitimate reason to fear for his life here. And like Dale definitely just like does not give a shit. Which in real life terms would be deplorable. But in the show, Ernie delivers all this and he's like not even really in focus. Dale is in the foreground eating a donut. And
it's so much.
That was pretty good.
Hey, what else is happening in the police station at the
Oh,
same
buddy,
time?
let me tell ya. Monsieur Richard Tremaine, aka Dick Tremaine, is dressed in such a way. I think he's supposed to be in like a Dick Tracy costume, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is also how he got his name.
That's so fun. Yeah, probably.
All that really matters here is that it's hijinks. Dick and Andy are like whispering to each other, and the music is so loud you can barely make them out. Because it doesn't really matter. The point is, you get the music, and you're like, "Oh, this is kind of hijinks music." And then you look at their faces and listen to their whispering, and you're like, "Oh, there's probably gonna be hijinks." What it is that they need to break in to the adoption agency.
Yeah, the Happy Helping Hand Adoption Agency.
Yeah, to find out what happened to little Nicky's parents, to help them surmise whether he is in fact the devil. Lucy is just kind of looking and she's like, "Guys, what about me?" And she feels a little excluded. It's kind of funny how much their relationship is its own thing now.
I know,
and has
right?
less to do with like competing for Lucy at all.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They're just dudes rocking.
Yeah, let's see. My notes here. What I love just Auntie being like, there was a cat in a tree. Girl, what? You're just out here. I love. Dick is saying that I paid the Happy Helping Hand adoption agency a visit where several blue-haired ladies were only too happy to sup from my open palm. Dick Tremaine out here talking about blue-haired pronouns.
Oh my god, they them chaser.
Literally, but he's like, listen, we can't have Lucy. This is strictly a man's job. Only real men can break into an adoption agency to find out if a kid is the devil.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. This is another kind of in and out, but I love these shitheads.
Me too. All right, what we got next?
Okay, we go to the diner where basically just a brief exchange. Ed is like passes a note to Norma saying we need to talk, but he does it like they're in like a Cold War spy movie. He like slips it like under the, as he pays so that she can look at it and just be like, yes, so no one's listening.
As if they're not just like standing there staring into each other's eyes for 20 seconds. Like, oh yeah, this is less conspicuous than just saying we need to talk.
Yeah. My other note is I love in the background, we see a poster with, I guess, the slogan of the double R that we have not seen before, I don't think. Here's what it reads. The double, in quotes, are 2 eggs, 2 strips of bacon, 2 sausage links, 2 slices of toast, $2.
$2.
Honestly, that's a great fucking deal. I'd be going to the diner for breakfast every day.
Dude, yeah. I remember growing up, like, eating out at a breakfast place. My dad would say it's overpriced if it was more than $5, and we need to go back, man.
Yeah, what's up with these days? Here's another like time capsule stamp for our listeners. With honestly, I could say with Trump's tariffs and the economy, but who knows what the fuck is going to be happening. Remember, you know what I was thinking? How one of our episodes that we recorded when Trump got elected, and we were like, haha, who knows what'll happen when this will be out.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Bro. Yeah, will there still be in America? Yeah, it is April 2025, by the way. I've lost track of how far ahead we are. When will this episode come out?
Fucking who knows?
We got 15 episodes in the vault that haven't been released yet, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
So this will be I guess this will be around my birthday.
Like 7 months, yeah.
Birthday.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
what a pointless tangent.
Yeah, this is just an in and out scene. Tell me about the next one, Lily.
Yeah. Next scene, we are at the home of Mademoiselle Shelley and also Bobby and Leo, who I guess can stay here. That's fine. Shelley is feeding Leo red goop. And Bobby takes a seat down at the table for, I guess, like the classic American TV movie breakfast where you sit down for 30 seconds, then you have to go at the door. Basically, he communicates to Shelley, I'm not coming back today. I'm Mr. Man. I'm big boy. I'm big Bobby boy.
Yeah.
I'm Ben's best boy. And I'm really important. And he puts on his suit jacket and he does literally say brand new boy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he says you're looking at Ben Horne's brand new boy, which is crazy.
Shelley is frustrated and slaps him because he says, like, you don't have anything better to do than do this, but I do. I have a life, fuck you, Bobby. He leaves. We get a very pointed shot of Leo spitting out his red goop.
Yeah, he doesn't want that goop.
He doesn't want that goop.
Yeah, I'm really concerned. This is another, we say it every time, but this is another moment of, I see you wrote it. I also thought it too. Bobby is kind of serving in his stupid fucking Dan Flash's ass shirt.
He looks fucking great. It fits him perfectly. The tie goes really well with it.
Yeah, he's Ben Horne's brand new boy.
He's Ben Horne's brand new boy. For me, it's serving like 2016 Butch, like Leia
No, that's what I'm
Delaria
saying.
era.
You understand me that like we're able to butch femify them. However, it is back. It's like, again, every scene we alternate between like, oh, Bobby's okay and fuck this guy. And right now it's fuck this guy because he's being rude to Shelley. So fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him.
Oh, and we get the little like 5 seconds or like what of invitation to love in the background. They're teasing us. But the invitation to love won't come back. They only let us hear it. They don't let us see that fucking Chet in his crazy glasses again.
I was trying to figure out if that's what it was. Okay, cool. My only other real comment on this is that I feel it's setting up something in the Ben and Bobby scenes later, which is just that Shelley and Leo are essentially kids playing adults. They're both so young and they're doing this like they're speed running disillusioned straight marriage, right? They've in real life been together for about 2 weeks, if that.
That is kind of crazy to think about. Yeah.
And contrast this with Ben, who is an adult and playing with toys, you know?
Yes, love it.
Yeah.
Well, you know who else is playing with toys is James in Fuck Mansion. So he phones Ed and he says, I need you to send all my life savings. Wire it to Wally's hideout, the bar that he's at.
That's so stupid.
It's really stupid. And Ed's like, it's $12. He's like, yeah, send me my $12 of life savings.
Oh my
Evelyn,
God, wait, what? It's $12?
Yes, Ed says that's $12. It's so funny.
I swear.
I don't even know, like, what does he want to do with I guess he's like, yeah, I can fix up the car and you and I, Evelyn, we can ride off with $12.
$12.
Evelyn comes in and she's like, oh, you homesick, big boy. And then he's like, oh, you know, I was in love with Laura Palmer and then she died. And then, you know, this other girl died and damn, it's so fucked up. Oh, we need to kiss about it.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, she's like, Evelyn is like, oh, I need your help. She's, you know, whatever. She's like, why do you let him hurt you? And she's like, James is Jeffrey's leaving. I need you. Will you help me? Whatever. It's Fuck Mansion. It's like the same shit.
It is really completely the same shit.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a couple moments of interest with their storyline in this episode, but I do like James's monologue here. My life used to make sense. I didn't like it all the time, but it was mine, and I felt like it belonged to me. And then Laura died, and my life belongs to something else, to Laura. I noted down that he is exhibiting TV show dysphoria. He knows he is in someone else's TV show, and that must be fucked up. Like, not even the only mention in this episode of a character who is clearly at the whims of someone else's like hero arc or plot line.
Yeah. And it's interesting because like we talked so much about the town laying claim to Laura, right? And like,
yeah,
you know, his memories of her. And there's something about like when she was alive, Laura could be his. And then when she died, the show became about her dying, you know, kind of like Jean Reno says later, like this started the nightmare dream of what Twin Peaks is. And in that world, James does belong, like his life does belong to Laura's story in a way that when she was alive and the show and like the town was like parasitically, you know, feeding off of the idea of her, you know, there's we're going back, we're still talking about Laura Palmer, but there is something there about like the idea of her, and it's still unresolved, frankly, entirely, but the idea of her like in some sense wanting or accepting that death, especially like as opposed to being inhabited by Bob, of saying like, I'm no longer going to be a vessel for this town and the idea of it and the evil of it to make me be just a vehicle for its idea to express itself. And in dying, she makes all the other people in the town have to like express the idea of her and her mystery. So there's something there, you know?
Goodness. That's really interesting. That's very compelling.
My other note is just I love every time we see him being the mechanic in Fuck Mansion, he has like 3 precise grease stains on his head, you know?
Yeah.
Like the most slapped on by costume department, you know?
Big time. The whole episode is so costumey, actually. You got the maid, you got the
It's
cheerleader,
true.
got the sheriff. They're all just sillying out.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, back at the diner. We do get another little like traffic light interlude, which we haven't seen for a while. But the traffic light brings us from James here to the diner. We see but this is Nadine is still trying to hit on Mike. Mike says he wants two pieces of cherry pie for himself and 16 cups of coffee to show that he's not interested in Nadine. He would rather drink 16 cups of coffee. Nadine, a little bit #canceled, can't take no for an answer, and just kisses him and pushes him right off the stool, says, "Oh, I'm sorry, sometimes I can't help myself." So let's kind of just checking in on them. The actual thing going on here is that we see Norma going to leave to go see Ed. And I love the little shot we get of like the two of them. She's like, oh, stay and watch the diner. Like, think of it as a test. There's like the shot of the two of them talking, and like most of the shot is taken up by the like coffee machines or whatever, like the various diner equipment. And we just see her face through it, which is very fun as far as, she feels claustrophobic. She feels trapped. But it's also just like, shout out Twin Peaks. You can still do a fun little shot,
The way that her face is reflected on the metal is also really, really good. Yeah, this is, you know what? Artfulness. Gotta give points.
Shout out. I think my other silly moment is I love one of the things they have up, one of the signs is their char-boiled bark burger, which sounds crazy. I don't think I would want to eat that.
Bark burger. Oh, it's for Bobby and his big beefy buddy.
Oh, of course. Yeah, the big
two burgers.
Yeah, the big beautiful. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I kind of breezed past it, but should we talk about Nadine?
Yeah, let's touch on it for a second. Her delusion is always iconic and fun. However, it doesn't sit awesome with me, like the extent to which her going for Snake against his will is played for laughs. Like, she really forcibly kisses him, and he's not cool with it. And it was funny. Like, the physical comedy was really well executed, but that's a shame. I'm not surprised. I think if this was made today, it would have been handled a little differently. But the show feels certain ways about old men and young women, and differently about old women and young men.
Yes. I think there's also, like, my other thing about that is, like, there really does continue to be a, like, first is tragedy, then is farce of a lot of like this stretch of Twin Peaks, and we'll certainly get to this when we go back to the fucking Lannister twins at Fuck Mansion later. But like what I was saying about when we were talking about Audrey and how it felt like we had kind of constructed this like House of Cards, like, this carefully constructed theory about how the show is engaging with Audrey, and then like wanting Denise so bad, but also like wanting to like fight with her over Coop, just like threw a bowling ball through it. I feel like a similar thing is going on here and later in Fuck Mansion, where like, we've been sitting down in Twin Peaks and being like, age gaps, predation, all this stuff. And then the show just goes, hey, check this out. What if Nadine made out with Mike the Snake? I think that would be funny, and just like rams through all the like themes that it has set up and that we've been trying to talk through,
Yeah, no, it does feel that way. My God.
Yeah. So, Twin Peaks season 2, Land of Contrasts.
A Land of Contrasts.
Okay.
Damn it. Okay, yeah, this is another like sort of forced kiss one, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So this is Sheriff Ernie visits Josie at Pete and Catherine's house, and I guess her house, but like...
Actually, okay, before we talk about Josie, can we do lodge talk?
Yeah.
Because you kept calling that place a lodge, and I kept being like, no, it's not a lodge. It's just kind of a house.
You would say.
And
they all laughed at me.
Here we see that as the Twin Peaks wiki tells us, it is in fact called the Blue Pine Lodge.
So who knows stuff now, huh?
Yeah, you were right the whole time about all
Too
the
many
lodges.
It's just confusing for there to be a black lodge and a white lodge and a blue lodge that is not magic.
Blue, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, they are specifically have these color-specific lodges, and then one of them is just a blue pine lodge, and it's just
It's
there.
just there.
You don't worry about the spirits in the woods. There's just a blue pine lodge, you know?
Wait, dude, yeah. Wait, what if their house turns out to be haunted? I don't think that's been alluded to in any other way, so it's probably not true. But you never know.
Yeah. Okay, so what actually happens here now that we've had our lodge talk?
Yeah, okay, so Harry comes in, it takes off his comically large hat, and basically just says, like, why won't you come live with me? And I could be so good for you and all this. And just starts like quite forcibly kissing Josie, who expresses her reasons why this is not possible.
Yeah, it's really bad.
He just pushes through and like is almost restraining her.
Yeah, it's horrible.
There's a particular moment of this that like made my blood run cold, and I don't even think it's on purpose. Harry says, "Let me take care of you." Josie replies, "No," and then Harry responds, "Please," but the tone of his please sounds like it's fucking Leland Palmer. Maybe we can pull a clip of this. Like, it doesn't even sound like Harry's voice.
Oh, man.
I am all but certain it is not on purpose, but it hit me that way, that's for sure.
It really fucking sounds like that. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Listen to this.
I'll go home.
Josie, let me take care of you.
No.
Please.
What the fuck? It really sounds like that's Leland Palmer. You're right. That's crazy.
Dude, right?
That's crazy. Wow.
Harry gets away with so much. Like, just because he's liked by Dale,
Yeah.
the show in every other scene thinks he's the awesomest guy. It's not as physically threatening as when he just like got on top of her in that one scene, but it fills me with dread even more. The way that he says to her, "I love you," and then just like immediately starts kissing, does not wait for a reply or anything. It feels to me very selfish. You know, he's just trying to feel his own pleasure.
Yes.
Maybe we should shoot him.
Yeah, maybe we should shoot him. It's like the scene tries to like justify this by it's like he's like, you know, Josie's like, "Look at me, I'm Catherine's maid, I'm no good for you." And he's like, "No, you are good for me." It's like, wow, I'm showing you that you're not, you know, that you're valuable to me, that I do want you. But it sucks. And it's not like this, you know, kind of like classics of you know, movies and TV from like, you know, the 20th century is this as an idea, but it's every time we see him with her, he is being like that. And he is being really, like you say, really forcible with her. He is, and that the way the show is like justifying this is by like completely emptying Josie of any self-worth or like character intentions. Like, you know, he walks in and, you know, he's like, "Why are you still here after everything Catherine's done to you?" And Josie says, "I have no choice." And it's like, again, we've been saying this whole time, like, what do you mean? I'm not saying that Josie has like an easy life and could do it, but like, it just feels like an excuse for her to be a like object as opposed to an agent in the TV show, because it's like the Josie who was cooking up schemes and who was going to Ben Horne to get her money and who like could like try to play Harry to get out of this situation, and like any of that is gone, and she's just like, "Yeah, I just have to be a maid. I have no choice." It feels like the only reason why that is to like keep her there and to have her be like, "Ugh, and I'm no good, and I'm a ruined woman, and I don't even deserve for a white man like Harry Truman to come kiss me."
Yeah.
And it's just so that when he goes and like effectively forces himself on her, it's just like, wow, he's showing her that she is valuable. And it's just gross. It's bad. It's horrible. Like, what happened to Josie, you know?
Dude, what happened to Josie? Bring back my girl.
Yeah. It sucks. It keeps being bad.
Yeah.
We hate it. Pow. Kill the writers.
I also I want to say that Joan Chen is like, I was just feeling frustrated about this morning and like doing some Googling. And I've talked before about how she directed the movie Shoo Shoo, the Sent Down Girl, which I still really want to watch with you.
Yeah.
But also, like, she has just had an incredible career. She started, by the way, as a child star chosen by the wife of Mao in
Oh my
China.
God. Go off.
Yeah, Mao's wife, whose name I don't know, unfortunately, basically was like, "Hey, you got a good face for this kid. We'll make a star of you." And then she was in a bunch of propaganda movies, I think.
Huh.
And then she moved to America, and she was before too long in The Last Emperor, which won Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just incredible lady. And apparently she asked to be written off of the show. So I guess,
Oh, interesting.
I don't know exactly. I don't know if that's why this is happening right now, but I assume we won't see her in the return. I don't have any insider info on this. And I assume, and I worry that in some way she won't make it to the end of this season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to consider if this is them setting up how she gets there and it's just handled really poorly. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I didn't know that she'd asked to be written out of the show. I kind of don't blame her, but it's also like, even as far as like ways to write a character out, I just think it's like they keep doing nothing with her, you know? Like they keep having her around and just having her just stand around in this maid's outfit and be like, "Oh, I'm worthless." And it's like, yeah, it is horrible to the character and a real misuse of the actor. So fuck him.
It's sort of the worst of both worlds because she still had she wanted to be written off so she could do movies.
Yeah.
And so she had to keep showing up on set.
Yeah.
But could not do anything interesting.
Boo.
Boo. Justice for Josie.
Justice.
Okay.
Hashtag justice for Josie. Anyway, yeah. It keeps sucking. Shall we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. We are at the Great Northern Hotel, which I will resist the urge to call a lodge. Audrey is walking down the hallway. She is on her way to see her dad. A woman who, this description tells me is the secretary, runs away in tears with a head wound.
Oh my God.
I don't recognize this woman at all.
No, I don't think we've seen her before.
She's also carrying a little drum, I think, or something like that.
Sorry, I just noticed, I don't think she has an actual head wound because she's carrying a bottle of ketchup. I think that this was a like,
Oh my
Ben
God.
being like, yeah. You have to get in character for a Civil War reenactment. You have to get your head wound and bottle of ketchup for the blood.
Oh, this is humiliating. Oh yeah, there it is. This is that's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Audrey continues. She goes in. She expresses concern for her dad, who is obviously having some sort of mental health situation. Ben is totally dismissive. It's just like, "Well, darling, you're standing on my little horsey man."
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, "Okay, Jesus Christ." She goes to call Jerry to be like, "Jerry, hey, big trouble." And that's the scene. I assume it's setting up something for next episode. One thing is that when Audrey first like enters the room to talk to her dad, there's a very obvious like bright blue boom mic in the frame for like a good few seconds. And I know that I've bought into this show with all its nonsense because I thought it was on purpose for a second. I was like, "Oh, I wonder what that means." No, it was just, there's no way.
That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, this is another one of those ones that's like, okay, I guess that's what we're doing with this character. Is he's the Confederate reenactment guy now. My only note was just the fuck to even make of this, because like this is another one that we could sit down and be like, you know, Ben Horne's participation and, you know, the evil of America, but it's kind of just like, okay, whatever you say, pal. That's just going on.
Let's just go with it.
I like your notes of that. It is like he's having a bit of he's like regressing into this childish toy play, and meanwhile, Audrey and like Ben, or no, not Ben, Bobby to a degree, are like, you know, trying to step up and be adults
and work in the business and all this.
Yeah.
You know who else is sort of treated as a child and just plays with toys is Ben's son and Audrey's brother, who we haven't seen since the first couple episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we leave that one?
Yeah.
So
who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Fuck it. Fuck it. We're done. We're leaving. No, we're not. It's time for kissing and making out. So
let's go.
Yeah, it's you know, Norma goes over to Big Ed's. They have a little exchange. I do love Norma has a big speech of like, you know, you're the last thing I think of when I go to sleep at night. The first thought when I wake up, I want to be with you no matter what. They start kissing and Norma's like, Ed, it's your turn to say things. And he's just like, later. Which is
Yeah.
fun. That's fun as far as like this kind of dialogue, you know?
Sure. I like this scene. I mean, they walk in and they have a bit of an awkward moment, and then they just immediately walk over to the foreground and stand on what's very clearly a cue.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for Norma to give this like really classic, like Gone with the Wind style monologue, it's super cute.
Uh-huh.
It's super cute.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's in a way not all that different from the Harry and Josie scene. Like
Yes.
Ed just like not going with the romance, just going for making out.
Mm-hmm.
But it lands super differently in a way that makes me think that the show is meaning for us to not like Harry and meaning for us to root for these crazy kids.
It's weird. I really have no idea if the show is supposed. I feel, and again, I think I said this last time, but like, I don't know that the show thinks that we're supposed to not like Harry, and I don't have the sense of the like undercurrent of criticism as much as I do in other places. And maybe that's just because I think the show fumbles Josie broadly. I don't know. It's really, it's hard to say. It is hard to say. I mean, I think also part of how it lands differently, part of it is, I think, honestly, the actors call it the lines they've given them and the setup. I think these two have way more chemistry than Harry and Josie ever have. You know, like
Yes, that's a huge part of it.
They have had opportunities to like be cute, and it's important. And also, like, you know, Norma is here because she's doing things. She's, you know, Ed is like, we need to meet, but Norma is like, you know, figures out stuff to say to Hank. She goes over there. She delivers her monologue in a way that Josie, in all of her scenes with Harry, is only ever just something for him to take and does not take action in the same way, you know?
Okay, that's totally it. Yeah, because I was struggling to figure out why one made me feel one way and the other did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Hello, it's Sadie. You know what time it is? It's time for me to ask you to give us $3 at tstv.show to get all of our delicious bonus episodes and every episode 2 weeks early. Listen, I'm recording this while I have COVID, so you need to be extra nicey and give us $3. But like I said, you get all the episodes 2 weeks early. You get our bonus episodes. We just did Mulholland Drive. If you want to hear about David Lynch's freaky movie about twisted lesbians in LA. This is a reasonable summary of Mulholland Drive. You got to go give us $3. Next up, we're going to do The Beast, La Bête, a French movie from 2023. It's Lynchian. It is about a twisted future where we're not supposed to have any feelings, and to get rid of them, a lady is going through a process where she relives her past lives to purify her DNA or whatever. It's really good, has some fun David Lynch callouts in it. And if you want a tragic love story, horror story across lives as remembered in a dystopian future, then you're going to have you could watch it, but you're going to have to give us $3 to hear what we have to say about it. So you should do that. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye.
We're back.
We're back with Tales from the Log.
Okay. Who is not in this episode? The wiki tells me Pete Martell is there as credit only.
Okay.
We kind of see everyone for a second.
It's true. It's a very well-rounded episode. We got some Donna, we got some James, we got some Bobby, we got all the teenagers.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my thing is I also have been watching The Sopranos, so I'm like,
Oh my god.
who hasn't been in The Sopranos recently? And I was thinking of Furio, who ran away from the show. So I was like, is there anyone who's run away from the show?
Well, I mean, James, he's off in a fuck mansion.
Yeah, but we already know he's fucking in the mansion, unfortunately. I mean, fortunately for him and us, but not for this segment.
Okay, here's one we could do. You know who isn't on screen, but whose presence is felt?
Do tell.
The fucking Windom Earle.
Oh, dude, of course. Yeah. Okay, I could use a slight refresher on this guy. I know that he was Dale's partner, and then he
Yes.
you might think he went insane.
Yeah. I think that's basically all we know. And he's been sending chess moves to Dale. And then at the end, he sends the chess move with murder.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think if we, because you haven't seen this guy, so I'm kind of, putting you on the hot seat, but it could be either. We could say, how did Windom Earle kill this guy? Or what's Windom Earle's next high concept chess move to Dale gonna be? And he's been cooking that up in the background of this scene, of this episode.
Ooh, love this. So there's like the head of a stag, deer, moose, whatever, on the table with the dead body at the end. I know that theoretically that probably just like was taken from the wall or whatever. But what if Windom Earle? What if this is just a big misunderstanding? Okay, Windom Earle was driving at night and he accidentally hit a deer, but the deer was the host of an evil spirit named Job.
Okay.
Who also takes a physical form in this man who we saw with like the one cloudy eye and the busted glasses. So Windom Earle hit this guy with his car by accident. He was in the deer. At the moment of impact, Job burst out, and Windom was like, "Oh shit! I killed this guy. I'm so sorry. This is terrible. I need to go to the nearest police station in Twin Peaks, and I'll just drop him off in the office so that they know there has been a death." And oh shit, there's a chessboard here.
Oh,
well,
I can do it.
I guess I'm here.
Okay, so this is how we set up the final scene. Is that Windom Earle hit a deer, and it also we've just reinvented Arrested Development Job from First Principles. Containing the evil spirit Job, who of course is this guy, and just dropped him off to be niceys, and then was like, "Oh, while I'm here, I'll do my chess move. I won't have to take it out of the newspaper." Yeah.
Yeah. What do we think of this?
Love it.
Does this pass? Great.
Yeah.
Speaking of passing, our next scene.
Yeah. Okay. So we're back on the Ernie Sting plotline. Ernie keeps telling us that when he's nervous, he's so sweaty. He's just talking about the Korean War or whatever. I think every time he talks about it, he has a different reason for why he started sweating a lot when he's scared. Yeah. But basically, we're trying to tape the wire on. This will come back later.
Yes, it will.
And let's see. So saying, okay, we're going over the plan. We're going to do the sting. And right at the end, we have, let's see. Oh, a part of this also is Harry deputizes Coop so that he can keep, participating in this sting while not having his FBI badge, which is, again, probably one of the things that the show is doing that is a bit, is like, yeah, so the boys can do their things, and is probably a bit questionable.
Absolutely. Hey, you're under investigation by the FBI for corrupt practices. Come work for our small town police department.
Yeah. Did you see that just this past week, the fucking like US Marshal Service deputized Elon Musk's private security service?
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be crazy if someone who had been investigated by the FBI had their guys deputized was the president. Anyway, we got a Cheeto in the damn White House.
Oh, we're living out. It feels good. It feels good to talk like this. I just spilled my covfefe all over the keyboard.
Anyway, Coop's like, yeah, where's Denise? And what do you know? She walks in boy-moding to do the sting. She says, you can call me Dennis. Somehow it seemed more appropriate. And this is so funny. I love both of our notes on this so much. I'll let you do yours, but I just want to say, I love how it is serving that Wendy Carlos boy-moding, telling us about Synth's video. You know this one, I'm sure, Lily, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, where she's transitioned 4 years, but she had to glue on sideburns, right?
Yeah, because I feel like they it doesn't just look like fucking, what's his name? What's this actor's name?
David Duchovny, male David Duchovny.
Yeah, it does look like David Duchovny as a woman boy-moding. You know what I mean? I can't quite put my finger on it, but they really did give her as him the little Ma'am, are you sure about that? You know?
I think it's the totally clean shaven face and the perfect skin.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's a great detail. I wonder if they had one of the girls on staff, you know?
Yeah. You know, and keeping him moisturized. Please tell me your note on this.
Okay, so this is embarrassing. This is up there with the hat thing earlier. When Denise comes in as Dennis, I didn't know who it was. I was just like, she was
So
like,
funny.
call me Dennis. And I was like, oh, there's someone here named Dennis. Okay, this must be some other agent. And I like, it's not like it was ambiguous at all. This was the joke. But she's always a woman to me. What can I say?
No, I feel like I get this sometimes where like, I feel like sometimes I forget that when people are transgender, it means that they did that. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
when, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yeah, you're a trans woman. You're a woman, but cool. You're the cool variant. And I forget that it means that, like, there was a point at which, you know, other people and perhaps yourself were like, hello, it's me, a normal man. Like, I just forget
Yeah.
that is how that works, you know? So I get it.
Oh, that's great. Ernie killing it in this scene. I love when he goes, can I ask you a question? What, Ernie? Don't make me do this.
Yeah, actually, you know, I'm not sure that I think this is one. There was like a note that I had at a couple points throughout where I feel like we're getting more. Like, I feel like the comedy in season 1 was more just like coming from the bizarreness in a lot of ways, you know?
Yeah.
And I
agree.
think there's more like capital J jokes like written for a 90s comedy show going on.
Yeah.
And I think Ernie's back and forth here is doing that. We'll get it a bit later as well. And I think it doesn't work for me all the way, but you know, they're having fun.
Yeah. No, I think that's completely reasonable. It's not the show that we sort of thought we were signing on to.
Anyway, shall we move on?
Let's move on. In this next one, Dick and Andy have broken into the Adore It Home for Boys to find Little Nicky's file. He's such a moron. I love him. Yeah, I mean, he's just terrible at everything. A very nice couple walks in as he has finally found and started to read the file. And they're like, we're here to see little Donnie, presumably this child that they're trying to adopt. And Dick says, he's dead. dead, tired, when he notices their horror. And that's basically it. They seem to get away with it because Andy is in there looking like a cop.
Yeah.
These are very good-natured people who have no idea that something is amiss.
Yeah, this is another one where I had the note of like the people come in and this whole exchange of like, he's dead is like more of a standard comedy capital J joke.
Completely.
Than like the just straight up wackiness that I think is the humor in season 1. And this is another one that I'm like, it is missing a certain sauce, but it's still fun. It feels more like we're watching a normal episode of like Friends or something than like crazy ass Twin Peaks, but I am still having fun with it, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a situation ripe for comedy. It's Seinfeld. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Like, I
love when when they start, Dick is like, we may have to pick the lock, and Andy just opens the door. It's just like
I love it. Dick is so excited to assume this like sneaky detective-y role.
Yeah, absolutely. I love also they go over and he's like, oh, I need the cabinet for N. And it's turned out because like little Nicky's name is Nicholas Needleman. But I really thought for a second that he was like, yes, N for Nicky.
I thought he said L. I thought he was like L. And I was like, wait, for little? Are you serious?
Yeah, for little Nicky. Okay, wait. So I have to ask, I see you have a note that's just anecdote about Sam Delaney. What's the Sam Delaney connection?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sam Delaney, not as in Samuel R. Delaney, author of Dahlgren, as in Sam Delaney, my childhood friend's older brother.
Oh, sure.
Which is just that my mom, I was hanging out at my friend's house, the Delaney residence. You know them.
Yeah. And any, 90s kids NDG heads will know.
Yeah, my mom called to like check in with me, and Sam Delaney decided to just be like, oh yeah, sorry, dead. And my mom believed him.
Oh my God.
My mom believed him and like freaked out, and she had to come pick me up because she was scared that I had died.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I felt so bad, even though I had no idea what was happening.
Here's my Delaney household anecdote. This is just like, yeah, you know, our parents are friends. This is like one of the families that was like in this vague friend group. And I remember, so there's a one of the like predominant gay like haircut places in Montreal is Haircuts for Anyone. JJ Levine, who also does a bunch of photography stuff. You can look him up. He's cool.
Yeah.
And cool. It was originally called Lesbian Haircuts for Anyone. And then they changed the name. I think it was I'm transitioning now. But honestly, I'm like, they should have kept it because Lesbian Haircuts for Anyone is a much better name than Haircuts for Anyone is just like, wow, inclusive. Lesbian Haircuts for Anyone is like, yeah, you can get the lesbian haircut. It's so much better.
A straight man.
Yes. No, and literally I first heard of this place because my mom was like, oh yeah, you know, Anne Marie. We're just fucking doxing these people. The Delaney mother was like, you know, she was telling me she got a haircut at this place. It's called Lesbian Haircuts for Anyone. You should check it out.
No way.
Yes,
No.
literally. That is how I
Holy
heard of
shit.
JJ Levine's haircut place. And I was like, yeah, I will go. I will get a lesbian haircut.
Oh my God. Okay, one thing I will say about Anne Marie Delaney is that she has a lesbian haircut.
No,
and always
that's what
has.
I'm saying. Yes, yes, because there are swaths of straight moms out there who want effectively the lesbian haircut. So like,
Completely.
they should have stuck with that original marketing.
Dude, that's fucking killer. Oh my God, what an anecdote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
This is really funny for 3 people, including my parents. Hi, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, take us along.
Yeah, I will hold your hand and take you into a brand new world, a world of the mansion where people fuck.
Wait,
really? No. I'm wrong. Okay.
Well,
this is just a normal house where people fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
This is at the Ed and Nadine residence. Donna pops in to ask Ed like where James is at. Ed is like, he told me to send money to this address. And Donna decides like, I'm gonna go find him. Great. Gives us a thing to predict for next episode. As soon as she leaves, Norma enters frame. It seems as though they might have been making out.
I think they might have been fucking. The
think they
vibe
might
I
have
get is
been
that just
fucking.
Donna came and knocked as soon as they were done fucking. Like,
Yeah, totally. So they have a sweet little moment of like, oh, we have a lot to talk about. They kiss, they say goodbye. Ed turns around to see Hank, who has been here the whole time. Maybe?
Yeah.
It's like they only noticed him when the camera was pointed at him.
Yeah.
And says something cheesy like, do you remember what it is?
Oh, and GlastonburyGlove.net tells me that it plays Hank's theme. And once again, we talked about this when it first came up, but I love every time that this website gives me a like 39 kilobyte, like super crunched out version of the music in the show. Hank shows up and says, oh, Ed, the things we do for love.
Yeah. And then just like decks him in the face.
Yeah.
And he starts to, like beat him up. But at the perfect moment, Nadine walks in. And seemingly this shock has like snapped her out of her teenage fantasy, I think, because she immediately is like, get off of my baby boy, and starts beating the shit out of Ed. No. Sorry. Starts beating the shit out of Hank, throws him through a shelf. Owns, get wrecked, get fucked.
I think she is still in it because when she's beating up Hank, she says, Hank, you big bully. I think she's still teenage mode.
Oh, damn. It could be. It's not entirely clear, but at the end, she does sort of hold Ed in her lap, La Pieta style, and go like, oh, my Eddie, it's okay. It's all okay. I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Man, let's go, Nadine. I have no notes.
Yeah, it's great. I love that there's like a crazy whoosh sound effect as she like throws him. Honestly, Ben Horne should have been hiring her to do deeds. I guess she doesn't want to do vile deeds, but like...
She'd be a great henchwoman.
Yeah, as far as the Twin Peaks power scaling goes, she's kind of, I think she's like the most formidable character.
Physical.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She could take, like, Coop should be recruiting her, you know?
Mm.
Isn't this also the second time that she's destroyed that, like, shelf of doodads?
I was trying to remember. Yeah.
Just like Ed is just constantly rebuilding it and putting it back together, and it gets fucking knocked over again.
You know that woman who in the Straight story who just keeps hitting deer with her car? This is her
Yes.
curse. This is Ed with the shelf.
Yeah, it's great.
Every week I rebuild the shelf and I buy new trinkets. And I love shelves.
Yes. I mean, the way she felt about drapes, like she would, you know?
Oh my god, the drapes thing.
Yeah.
I think I got spoiled that that's coming back, but when?
Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
great. I do love how you make a point. It is truly just like Hank appears. I guess he could have like stuck in through the back window or whatever, but he is just manifested by the camera. And again, every time Nadine does some shit like this, we're just having a great time.
Absolutely. No notes.
Another one that like we may or may not have notes about. So, okay, we're off to Ben Horne. And this is another one that I feel kind of similarly about it to Fuck Mansion, in that it's just happening and I keep being like, what's going on? And what is there even to say about this? Also, just because
Yeah.
it keeps just kind of being the same thing. Like every time we see him, it's just this guy's being really kooky and doing Civil War reenactment with miniatures. So basically, he's giving Bobby the like, yeah, I'm a general mage, you must come with me and whatever. And Bobby's like, you know, trying to find a way to get out of there. He says, oh, yeah, I have to talk to the president, you know. I'll get back to you on this whole surrender thing. Oh, yeah, because Ben was trying to, you know, get him to you know, surrender. Which is, again, feels like a kind of like standard comedy dialogue that I think we had less of earlier in the show, you know?
And this one feels pretty pointless.
Yeah, like what even happens here? We see Audrey and Bobby are talking about it. Audrey says that Jerry will be coming home and Dr. Jacoby will be coming over. Oh, and then we get Catherine.
Oh, yeah. Once they leave, Catherine comes in.
Yeah. So this is like another one that, again, I'm kind of like, I don't even know what to make of it. She basically walks in and sees him, like, you know, unshaven, reenacting the Civil War as the Confederates, like, very pointedly, and is like, I can't not fuck him. This is a moment where, like, the kind of lamp shading, like I talked about earlier in the episode, I thought it was a pretty effective lamp shading, the way that Briggs is just like, yeah, this is why I can tell you the classified thing. This one doesn't work so much for me. She basically walks in and is like, oh, you're a little worm and you're a mess, but I can't escape it. Oh, you make my body hum. And then they're making out and whatever. And I think as far as like we're having the characters trying to convince us why it makes sense that the writers have put her back here with him when all she wanted to do before was like fuck him over in insane ways.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't really work for me. I think it's also just like this one kind of wide shot with them just kind of standing there as she's reciting this. And I think it just doesn't convince me logically, but it also doesn't convince me just like with the panache of like when we first heard them, it was like the insane, like champagne, like toe freak scene, you know, where I was like, sure, yeah, that's what these two are doing. Fuck yeah. And I don't get that here, you know?
No, I agree. In that moment, there was something to distinguish their relationship. Like the fact that they were both freaks made it make sense that they would be drawn to each other. But this is just like the camera's distant. It's weird. It doesn't make much sense. Yeah, it feels completely arbitrary to me.
Yeah, basically. Speaking of champagne, you know who's having some is James and Evelyn off at Fuck Mansion.
Fuck Mansion.
Again, this is another one that is just another one of those scenes. There's like we've had like 3 of these past couple episodes, like each episode, and it's just like, wow, look, I fixed up the car. Jeffrey will be home at midnight, but we can, you know, she's like, oh, don't leave even though you fixed the car. You know, let's kiss and make out. My only real note here is where she says like, oh, every time I look at you, I can tell exactly what you're thinking. It's written right on your enormous forehead.
God, it's completely true though. And he, like, so much of his expressiveness is completely down to his enormous wrinkly forehead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm the same way, by the way. When I'm a little stressed, I do the James Earle thing.
Oh, yeah. And then we get like a little bit of Malcolm like watching them in the background, foreshadowing whatever the fuck happens later in the episode. And this is me. I'm just kind of like, all right, we're still doing this shit. What do you have to say about this one?
Okay, well, James's response to every time I look at you, I can tell exactly what you're thinking. He says, well, I better be careful about what I'm thinking. And that's so cute. That's like, I genuinely blushed. I thought that was super charming. That is top shelf TV romance.
Mm-hmm.
But neither of them are especially good actors.
Yeah, I agree.
Like in this scene and the previous one, sexy intimacy scenes shot from like 20 feet away from for some reason really just makes me like notice the awkwardness of their physicality, you know. I think this is a more a flaw in the directing, but it does reveal that they are maybe not on the same caliber as the other performers. I was blinded by Evelyn's extraordinary beauty until this point.
Yeah. And honestly, I think like if I can criticize Fuck Mansion, I think the worst thing that I can say about it is like we're spending so much time on this, and when we're talking about the show like wasting Joan Chen and just giving her one scene an episode to stand around and like have people be racist and misogynist to her, this is all time that we could have given to Joan Chen to fucking slay and to like cook up schemes, and instead we just keep getting the same scene 6 times in a row of Fuck Mansion.
It's not like any of these particularly need to be here, but I have fun.
I love your note here. You just wrote this Doom music playing. Do you mean just like ominous, the portending Doom?
I realized that sort of comes off as like Doom the video game.
No, yeah, I saw that and I was like, did I miss that in the scene? It was hitting the like, dun, 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 dun. I forget how the fuck the Doom theme goes, but you know what I mean. It's like that.
That's great. No, it's that while they're making out or whatever, the camera trucks away like quite far, just like slowly, and the music is like super foreboding for reasons that only become clear a couple scenes later.
Oh, yeah, because we see Malcolm watching and laughing to himself. What the fuck?
Yeah. But the music just felt super out of place. Yeah, it's truly whatever.
Actually, let's get to the other half of that now, because otherwise it's kind of in between the whole like dead dog stuff. What do you think about that? Should we just jump to the other half of this Fuck Mansion?
Might as well, right? Yeah.
So this is like there's another scene in between this and that, but so sorry, I love the right. Speaking of like wiki style guides, the writer of this scene summary for the Twin Peaks wiki said, "At night under a half moon." Evelyn leaves James's bedroom, whatever. I won't just read from the wiki summary, but it's so Evelyn and James, I guess, fucked, and she leaves to meet up with Malcolm, her, as far as we know up to this point, brother. Malcolm says, "How's our baby boy?" Which is what I say every time we're checking in on James also. She says, "Sound asleep and dreaming of love." He goes, "Lucky, lucky, lucky, lucky boy," as they start fucking
so
making
weird.
out. And then we get like a shot of Evelyn going like, "Oh, should I be doing this? What the fuck is going on? I have no idea what's going on."
Dude, yeah, like is this making out an indication that the sibling story is just a cover, or are they les siblings dangereux, you know?
It does feel like les siblings dangereux, which again is a thing that's like it feels like these two are like, this is how we'll finally be free of Jeffrey. We'll frame James for something. And like maybe they're gonna kill Jeffrey and frame James as the killer or something. That's my guess. I genuinely do not remember at all.
Well, that bodes well. Like, I guess maybe they're trying to give James a reason to stay around, and then like they'll be able to convince him to murder the guy. That doesn't seem likely. He's 90% forehead and 10% heart, this guy. He doesn't have it in him.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy. One of the show's many.
That's so true. And again, this is, I think, if we are reading this as the sibling dangereux, this really is another moment of like Twin Peaks having spent its first like 16 episodes like setting up all these themes of like, there's incest, but it's like we understand it as this like abusive thing. It's obviously going on with Laura. There's the specter of it that hovers over Audrey with Ben the whole time. And then this stretch of season 2 comes in and says like, hey, check this out. Do you think I can do hold on, I'm gonna do a flip. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna land on the trampoline, okay? I'm gonna land on the trampoline. Okay, wait, no, give me the bowling ball. I'm gonna bring the bowling ball with it. I'm gonna do a flip with the bowling ball.
Oh my god.
Like what's going on? It is
oh
like,
my fucking god.
It constructed its little house to then just like smash through it, It's fucking crazy.
Oh my god.
So anyway, that's all that. Do you have more things to say about Fuck Mansion?
Whew. We left it on such a strong note. Let's just keep going, dude.
Yeah. So yeah. Take us through to Dead Dog Farm.
Dead Dog Farm. There is some sort of drug deal set up, the one that Ernie is like involved in to gather evidence. He does a god-awful job. I think the first audio you hear is actually just him through the wire explaining to the co-criminals like why he's so sweaty. He's like, I have a condition, it's called hydrolysis or whatever. I love that it's a running bit.
It's so good.
Pretty quickly, before they can really do anything, Ernie's wire catches fire. It like starts smoking, and so the jig is up. Basically, they take him hostage.
I think we are to understand that his sweat short-circuited the wire because he was so sweaty, which is so funny.
Motherfucker. Okay, to be honest, my initial interpretation before I thought the sweat thing was just a funny little character thing. My initial interpretation was like, oh, this is Bob somehow, because he's like
fire.
He has some sort of fire, electricity, etc.
Yeah,
I thought it might have been him, but I actually don't think that's very likely at all. I think Ernie is just a sweaty, stinky boy. Anyway, so Jean Renault takes Ernie outside along with, is it the RCMP agent or something?
Yeah, because he's the crooked Canadian. He's our blonde Mountie.
He's our blonde Mountie, right? And Dale offers himself up in exchange. He says, like, let those two go and take me.
Which, once again, thank God that some brave American patriots are doing something about these crooked Canadians smuggling drugs across our borders. Let's impose another 50% tariffs.
Oh shit! Wait, I hadn't even considered like how this reads in current day.
Yeah, Dale Cooper, Doge's bravest soldier.
Dude, oh my god. Yeah, any more comments on this scene before we move to the second dead dog scene?
No, just take us through and then we can talk through the whole thing, I think.
Yeah, okay. So more and more police cars are amassing outside Dead Dog Farm Ranch Hotel Inn and Suites. The conspirators, is one of them named King? Is that what I'm to understand?
I think that is our crooked Mountie, yes.
Okay, yeah. So the Mountie and Jean Renault sort of talk about whether they should like just make a run for it. Cooper says that's not going to work. They're just yada yada yada. What do we do? And then David Duchovny is a woman again, and
so good.
Just walks up in a diner outfit, going, "Oh boy,
yeah, it's the TS Gambit. I've got food," and like Jean is just completely like, "Oh yeah, a hot lady. They're just sending us a hot lady with food,
just for fun.
It's just normal."
I should say there was one quick thing that I wanted to touch on first, which is just that Jean Renault explains why he hates Dale Cooper so much, which is basically, my two brothers have died very recently, and I hold you responsible. Everything in this town was normal and nice, and we were just dealing drugs across the border in peace until you, Dale, came along. And so I think if you die in this shootout or hostage situation, the evil will leave with you, which is a really interesting perspective, actually.
Yeah.
And let's put a pin in that, because what matters is that Denise comes in and she shows a little bit of leg. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. This is to reveal to Dale that there's a gun in her like pantyhose or whatever, or like
the garter. It's so funny.
Yeah. So he grabs it, immediately shoots Jean Renault in the chest. Dude falls over, fucking dies,
Yeah.
and success.
Yeah.
We got him, boys.
Yeah. I have a lot of notes on this one.
Yes. Let's dig in.
Okay, first of all, I think that we both noted, I love that there's a like tag on the wall of the building that's just like a peace sign that just says no war. So, okay, I think like, yeah, first off, because before we even get into the serious stuff, just the way he says Twin Peak.
Oh, yeah.
Before you came here, Twin Peak was a simple place.
Twin Peak. I just love his like this way of you know, expressing his Francisism, his Quebecois nature is these like Twin Peak with the silent S is so funny. And
because all of our letters are silent.
Yeah, exactly. I really love this scene or this speech. So he's like, yeah, he's saying, you know, my Twin Peak was a simple place. My brothers deal dope to the teenagers and the truck drivers. One night, Jack welcomed the businessman and the tourist. Quiet people live a quiet life. Then a pretty girl die and you arrive and everything change. Suddenly, the quiet people, they're quiet no more. The simple dream become the nightmare. Ding dong, a dream nightmare alert. Ding dong.
Nightmare. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So if you die, maybe you will be the last to die. Maybe you brought the nightmare with you, and the nightmare will die with you. Yeah, a lot going on. I think like one is like, you know, there is again, like we were talking about earlier, something about like Laura's death. Twin Peaks had a stability, and Laura's death ruptured it into something else. And like in a way, he's right. If Dale Cooper dies, the show ends, and then plot stops happening. Like Dale Cooper brings the nightmare of plot into this place, you know?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. It's
the
so
show
good.
arrived, and shows are driven by conflict. They need bad things to keep happening.
Mm-hmm.
This is why medical dramas just get completely absurd as the seasons go on. Like a Grey's Anatomy, there have been bombings, there have been shootings, everyone on the cast has died because they want to fucking leave. Or like The Simpsons, similarly.
Oh, sure.
By a few seasons in, everyone has endured unbearable trauma.
Yeah, and like, you know, Jean Renault would love to keep existing in the version of Twin Peaks that was right before the camera started rolling, and says if the camera stops rolling, I'll be able to keep doing my drug trade. There won't be any plot to interrupt it. You know, it's great.
Only girls will die, basically.
Yeah, he's the opposite of, who the fuck is it I hate when girls die?
I think it was Young Thug.
That sounds right. Yeah, this is really fun. This is really, really fun. Tell me your thoughts on this.
Well, this reminded me, this whole talk of like, you brought the plot to town and now things need to happen. It reminded me of this thing that Joni Peppers, director of Wasteland and Barbara Westchester and all these things, said, which, by the way, by this point, surely we have released our bonus episode on
definitely.
her anthology film, Wasteland. Go listen to it on the bonus feed.
It's so good. It's so good.
Incredible movie. Anyway, so I interviewed her a year or two ago, and she talks a lot in her more recent work about characters being sort of tormented by narrative structure. In that paradigm, she is sort of the antagonist in a way, because she has chosen to create this fucked up world in which these very sympathetic characters suffer. What happens in Barbara Westchester, her latest feature, and what I suspect will happen in her new movie, which is coming out in a couple weeks, is basically characters like succeed by just rejecting the obviously laid out narrative arc and going off and doing their own thing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So like Barbara Westchester, the first half is like young person moving away, getting their dream job. And then the second half is just a bunch of weird shit happens. And I love it. But yeah, in that way, well, I think Jean Renault is a bad dude. And I think he was clearly okay with the previous status quo of violence. But I think he's right. And now all three Renault brothers have been killed by this show. And that's like, I can't ignore that, you know?
Yeah, no, it's true. And I don't know, I think there's something there too about like Dale's role. And this is like, you know, I think a lot of genre stuff comes to this, a lot of detective stuff, even like superhero stuff to a degree. But like, you know, if your role is to come and solve this thing, but then this murder, this whatever, and then the show continues, by virtue of being the detective, you make more shit happen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And like,
Totally.
what if Cooper brought the nightmare? That would be kind of crazy. You know?
What if
That would be fucked up.
Television dreams, television nightmare. What?
What?
Yeah.
Then we move on from all that to the real sauce of this scene, which is the TS Gambit.
Let's get saucy. Denise showing up in a diner uniform
So good.
is downright Lynchian, is what I wrote.
That's so true. Yeah.
But it is a lady showing
Yeah.
up in a costume and having a little entrancing performance that allows her to have her way.
Yes. Yeah. And I love like Jean's like, oh, it's just a girl. I'm just a girl. And like he's really like, well, good luck. They sent a girl for food, and oh, she's kind of horny and wants to fuck. What good luck? Like, and, oh no, she had a pistolet. Like,
I love that he becomes a totally brain dead. Like, he just loses all critical thinking because he sees some leg. Me too, buddy.
yeah. No, that's the thing. Listen, we could come in and be like, ding, but listen, this is the power of trans women. You just have to accept it.
Yeah, this is the power of trans women. That's it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. It's so funny that they saw her a few minutes ago, basically.
Yeah.
And now they don't recognize her because her hair is down.
This was the power of before visibility.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And that's all I got.
All right. Well, after this, we have a pair of spooky scenes that are kind of connected because they are both happening while electricity is going crazy. So first, it's like there's lightning going on, and we get Shelly's at home, and the lights are kind of like flashing on and off. And then she like goes to Leo's bed, and there's like a clown doll that he, I guess, set to like, it's fucking like doing a little like da 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 thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like nose is spinning in a way that's like, damn, he really set that shit up. He like regained cognitive capacity and immediately was like, and I'm gonna fucking get her with this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course we see Leo, he's wearing his little party hat and the lights are flashing and he goes, Shelly. There's like, it's fucking like Frankenstein. Like he's like siphoning the electricity to wake himself up. And he's like, fuck it, I'm It the Clown now, basically.
Yeah, it's so funny that he just went from completely immobilized to can stand up and attack you.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought what they were setting up is we would get more and more hints of him being more capable of moving. But no, he's just normal again.
To be fair, they were kind of doing that over like 6 episodes of like, oh my god, he moved or whatever, you know? And then it's all at once.
It's very sudden, I guess, still. But yeah, no, you're right. We had the new shoes thing a little bit. The clown thing is great. Is the idea that he is traumatized by the time that his face fell in the birthday cake? So he's like, he did this again.
He did smear himself in cake again, yeah.
And he has a birthday boy hat on.
Yeah.
Have some dignity, my guy.
Yeah. What were your other thoughts on this one?
Well, I couldn't help but notice it wasn't just that the lights were flickering. There's like an oldies track playing. There's music on that is also being sort of surging and then dying out with the electricity. All of this makes me think that Bob is in Leo. This is my fear. It would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And I gotta say, I just went and screenshotted that face. He is doing kind of a Bob face. His fucking fucked up smile as he's It the Clown.
Looking down and grinning, giving you the INTJ stare.
Yeah. And like there's things going on, electricity, like I'm joking about he's like siphoning the electricity, but we know that this show has things to say about electricity and about even like fire, and thinking about, the fire in the wood. Is electricity kind of a fire in a wood? I don't know, maybe on some level, there's things going on here. I think you are like picking up what the show has been putting down at the very least with this prediction.
Okay.
All right. And which, if it's true, is bad.
Yes. Yes, this is an anti-Bob podcast.
Yeah, so true. The other half of this kind of little closing diptych of spooky episodes or spooky scenes is at the sheriff's station. We're seeing like all throughout the town, there's like lights are going weird. we hear something about like a bomb report. So there was a voice on the phone that Lucy's saying like there was a bomb planted in the woods. There was an explosion and the lights went out. They hear that there were 2 fires, one being at the power station. Oh my God, a fire. Fire at the power station.
Fire at the power
it's
station.
all coming together, man.
Dude, yeah.
This was not a friendly fire.
Oh, shit, right.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It's happening. I don't know.
Damn.
Things are going on.
Your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mind.
Yeah, my mind. Let's see here. Then we see, Coop is going in to check things out, and oh my God, in his office, as we said, we see the corpse with the chest from Windom Earle.
Yeah.
Also, sorry, I'm going to roast you for a second. I love that I don't know if this was autocorrect, but I'm obsessed with the way you spelled Windham with a Y. Windham Earle is like British Windom Earle.
Oh, yeah. I think there's a hotel chain called the Windham.
Oh, sure.
So that's probably where I'm getting it from.
I also I gotta say, Coop is kind of serving like hot little punished boy in this scene. No, look at him. I don't know. I think it's like his haircut is a bit different. He has his little scratch on his cheek. He's all scared and like, what's going on? I don't know. It's just working for me.
Sure.
His hair is like more tousled and thrown over his face than it usually is,
I actually noticed that in much of this episode, he looks older than usual. Like he looks tired.
Yeah. And so I just saw my other note that's, we see him walking into the office, kind of holding his lighter. And then we cut to him when he walks in and he's holding his flashlight, illuminating the corpse. What a blunder. Hope someone got fired for that one.
Fire, electricity.
Whoa. But yeah, this is all going like, yeah, he's got the lighter. We see that we see all these like electricity shooting sparks. So this is one where like all that stuff is fun, and it is just kind of goofy. This fucking chessboard corpse pointing to my chess move thing.
Honestly, it feels like such a fake out, dude. Like the last scene felt like a Bob scene, which is a big deal. And then this final
I agree.
This final one about the electricity problem and about, there's a dead body. It just has nothing to do with that. Like, really?
Yeah, it does kind of feel like they were like, which way should we end the episode? Let's just do both.
Yeah, totally. Maybe they'll get me to care about the Windom Earle thing eventually. I hope so.
Yeah, that'll be the big question, I think, is because, again, I think a lot of Twin Peaks, the season 2 stuff so far, we've had fun with it.
Yeah.
And I think the Windom Earle stuff will be a thing that we're really going to have to see if it can make us have fun with it or care about it. Because so far, sure, he's a weirdo doing chess moves. Okay. You know what I mean?
This is basically whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the episode.
That's the episode, dude. Yeah. Any closing comments? Any like summary? Any big picture stuff now that we're all the way through?
I mean, I think, like I said at the top, I'm still having fun. Like I even in my memory of season 2 was like some of it was fun, but a lot of it I was kind of. But I gotta say, the world in which we leave this podcast being, is, at least to a degree, season 2 defenders, I feel like it's becoming more and more real. Because so far, in this episode, we had a fair amount of stuff to talk about that felt like capital T Twin Peaks things.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, I think that there's like stuff like these comedy beats that feel more like a normal network TV show comedy beat than how out there some of the season 1 stuff was. But a lot of these actors are really strong. I will watch Andy and Dick Tremaine and Nadine get up to bullshit. And even if the bullshit is a bit more formulaic than what's being written for them, I think is like missing a little bit of sauce. It's still really fun to watch them do things. And there keeps being enough things that make us just like cackle with delight at the TS Gambit or whatever that I'm still having a great time.
Yeah, me too, dude. Nice. And I'm glad to hear it.
Woo.
I think I've said this before, but what I really love about this season, like, and it's not even about the show, it's just that the pressure feels off. Like I'm
Yes.
feeling like I can let loose, and I'm not worried about doing adequately deep analysis because I think I'm taking this more seriously than 90% of people,
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
This episode feels a lot like a stage play in many moments. You have a lot of
Interesting.
scenes where You establish it with two characters talking, then one leaves, another enters, they leave, another one enters, and so on. Everyone is in these silly costumes that feel very like from different, like they're playing different stock characters. The maid, the sheriff, the Confederate general, Dick Tracy, etc. I have made so many comparisons to the plays at our high school, but it is like, this one is just like the whole way through it's one, you know?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, you have any crazy dreams?
I don't think I had any crazy dreams. I'm always having dreams about where I'm riding the metro and there's a new metro line. That's huge for me.
Fuck yeah.
Always having dreams in underground malls. That's still happening. But it's Lily as usual on that front. How about you? Any crazy dreams?
I want to share a dream that my friend Rain had, which was that she had a dream that their ex told them that she was now dating Germa.
Germa, yeah, okay.
yeah, of streamer
of Germa fame, yeah. That's really funny.
Shout out
shout out to that ex.
Yeah. All right, well, that's our dreams.
That's our dreams and Rain's.
So 2 truths and a lie for Twin Peaks season 2. So far, one of them is off the board. We know that Andy and Dick Tremaine have become convinced that Little Nicky is the devil from the Bible. So that means you have to choose between either Bobby Briggs finds redemption coaching Nadine on how to be the best high school football player in Twin Peaks high school history, or Leo Johnson enters a non-consensual S&M relationship with Windom Earle. Currently, you, as of last episode, you say you think that one is true, and the Bobby Briggs one is a lie. What's your call this episode? We see Bobby being the best new boy, Ben's best new boy, and we see Leo having woken up and maybe possessed by Bob? ?
Yeah.
What do you think? Where do you think this is going?
Well, to be honest with you, if I was putting money on it, I would bet against both of these coming true at this point, because
interesting.
Okay, in the Bobby and Nadine arc, there is like an explicit mention that it is not football season. From Bobby in this episode.
it was it's true, because that's why he's like, I'm doing baseball.
It's America's pastime. Dumbass.
Yeah.
And also, I am kind of thinking that Nadine is her adult self again. Like, that's my suspicion. So that doesn't seem very likely. But then Leo Johnson entering a non-consensual S&M relationship with the Windom Earle. If he's awake now, how would that happen exactly? I'm going to bet that one is the truth, though. Okay. Anything can happen.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts on like how we get there from here?
Yeah, I do. And this won't be a prediction for next episode, but I think Windom Earle's sick chess move delivery engine of human murder and torture will continue. So I think he will whip Leo to indicate where the queen moves, for instance.
Wait. So we're saying that he's whipping Leo and then like depositing Leo in the police station or whatever. And he'll be like, oh, he was whipped this way. That means queen to h4.
He whipped me six times on the left. No, that doesn't seem... I mean, let's not be ridiculous here. He probably filmed it and sent in a tape.
Oh, sure. He's like, and now, Agent Cooper, if you want to know how many spaces to the left my queen moves, count them, and then whips him 6 times and makes him count.
CD, whichever one of these is a lie, you did a fabulous job with it.
Thank you. I'm really proud of this. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a good bit.
Okay, so last time on Twin Peaks, or last time we predicted that what would happen was Donna remains concerned, or rather our B plot. Donna remains concerned about Ed's well-being and wants to be there for Ed. She talks to Ed like, I'm worried that Nadine's going to have an affair, and Ed has a restrained but big feelings and ultimately doesn't do anything. I think you got caught. You got by like Twin Peaks's trick here, where like it is entirely at random how much each plot is going to progress at any given episode. Like there were a lot of episodes where it would be like, yeah, I have feelings about that. Let's check back in on that in 3 episodes. But no, this is the one where Donna did go to talk to Ed, but instead it was because it was, well, wasn't because, but it was that him and Norma had just fucked and then they had a like brawl about it. So he got owned a little bit.
Yeah, I got owned
just
a little bit.
You got pranked.
Well, not only did this not happen this episode, I think if Nadine is back and if Mike Snake has like thoroughly rejected Mrs. Lady now, I think that's never going to happen. He's never going to have those big feelings.
Our A plot for this episode was Windom Earle, dastard that he is, introduces checkers pieces. The checkers pieces are bombs, and Dale is left to deduce how to win at this crazy new game.
This is the best podcast in the world. You should go rate us 5 stars right now. I can have a point for that, right?
Yeah, I think that counts basically. Oh wait, holy shit. There was a bomb.
Oh my god, there was actually a bomb. Oh, there was a bomb.
No, I think that's like close enough that I'm like, I think that's,
That's crazy.
I've given you half a point for things that were way further off than this, to be honest. There was a bomb and the chess game did get crazier.
That's true. That's true. Hey.
Yeah.
God bless, dude. Next week, though.
Next week, I see you made a note about when Audrey called Jerry and that Jerry's coming in, and you made a note of Donna is going to go see James, or at least like knows where that James is out at fucking Wally's hideout.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? If we predict both that Donna leaves and Jerry comes to town, that kind of does that nice symmetry thing that we were talking about early in the show, where
like
Laura
poetry,
died
it
and
rhymes.
Maddie showed up, etc.
Yeah. Okay.
How to make it peaky,
Is it like, does Donna arrive in the nick of time as they're trying to frame James for the murder if we think that's what's going to happen?
Honestly, dude, I think the murder thing is going to take like 5 more episodes. I think that is going to keep brewing. I think she's going to try to...
She's going to walk in on James getting snogging Evelyn and being like, and then it'll start playing the fucking song again. The me and you.
No! Oh my god. Oh, that's great. My honest prediction is that she shows up and tries to convince James to come home, but it doesn't succeed because he is just like, he has 2 goo eyes at beautiful Evelyn. You know what it is? She's a pretty responsible girl. You know what? This is her sweet boyfriend. So here's what happened. She crashes her car so that James will have to fix her car, and then she stays in the mansion. And she, this is all in one episode, develops a romance with Evelyn's brother, ? Not realizing that Evelyn is also romancing her brother, ?
Or wait, they're not brother and sister.
Evelyn's...
Oh no, sorry. I thought you were trying to say James was
Donna's
brother, which would be crazy.
Oh Jesus.
Is this like to get James jealous, or is it's just happening?
Yeah, it's totally to get James jealous. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Love it. So, that's B plot. Well, I don't know. We could do a Coop A plot, or we could do like, what's Jerry gonna do?
Yeah, it's Jerry stuff. Because our other big threads, I feel like the sting operation, that's pretty much resolved. I don't think we're gonna get new information, and I think Major Briggs is gone for a little while again. Jerry, he flew in direct from Spain with a bunch of croquetas in his suitcase. He's telling everyone about the wonders of Spanish ham.
Ham?
Yeah, ham.
Love it. Yeah, he's telling everyone do we have any plot? This is another one where like
That's a great question.
I mean, like, this is the thing. There's a part of me that's like, can I push you for plot on that? But to be honest, that could be all that we see him do is he shows up and tells us about the wonders of Spanish ham. Do you I guess does he do anything or like resolve to go do anything in a particular direction about Ben's newfound silly mode?
I think for the moment he is supportive until he is playing Civil War with Ben, and Ben insists that the South win, but Jerry is playing the Union, so he won't stand for this.
Oh my god. Okay, so next time on Twin Peaks, you can expect the following, dear viewers, listeners, whatever. Donna goes to see James at Fuck Mansion and tries to convince him to come home, but it doesn't work because he's too crazy for Evelyn. So Donna crashes her car so that James has to help fix her car, and then she starts also staying at Fuck Mansion and gets in a romance with Evelyn's brother, to get James jealous. Meanwhile, Jerry has flown in direct from Spain with a bunch of croquetas in his suitcase. He tells everyone about the wonders of Spanish ham and says he's going to support Ben in his silly mode Civil War obsession. Until Ben, sore loser that he is, insists that the Confederacy is winning the Civil War, and Jerry won't stand for it, not because of any actual political conviction, because he is playing the Union and wants to win.
Fuck yeah. This is the best segment to end on.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
Well,
I think that's our episode, huh?
I think it is. Shout out.
If I dare say, I think it's been a banger. So
yeah,
you're welcome, America.
Yeah.
Sorry about your president. Have they done it yet? Did they do it?
Damn. If this episode comes out and they did it, then that would be, man. 7 months. 7 months is a long time, you know?
Lots of things can happen. That's 7/9 of a pregnancy. You know?
Yeah, that's my new way of measuring things, is in ninths of a pregnancy.
All right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Thanks for listening, folks. We will catch you again in a couple weeks.
You know what we say.
Bye. TSTV is hosted by Sadie Avery Lake and yours truly, Lily Alexander. Our music is by Jamie Page, show art is by Maya Fernandez Giles, and this episode was edited by Mary Chan at Organized Sound Productions. If you have any burning questions or comments for us, please send us an email at hello@tstv.show. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
Hello, it's Sadie, here with the content warnings for episode 21, also known as Double Play, also known as Season 2, episode 14. So, the main thing to know is that we have a return of Leo's domestic violence, and the show continues to be racist towards Josie, and how it handles that plotline. That's the main stuff. The Fuck Mansion plotline continues to be kind of a mess, but not in a way that I would say is like a content warning. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and hope you enjoy the episode. Bye!